This video may leave you thinking twice before you decide to walk home at night by yourself. Back in 2011, a young woman that we're going to call Roxanne was out with some friends having some drinks. At the end of the night, she decided she was going to walk with her friends to the bus stop, but instead of walking with them to their apartment, she went ahead and got on the bus to go to her neighborhood. Now, this was a route that she took 100 times before. Nothing weird or strange or creepy ever happened before, so this time should be no different. Around 11 o'clock at night, Roxanne got off this bus, and there was nobody else around. It was kind of dead, but she didn't think anything of it. It was pretty late, so she went on her 5-10 minute walk to her house. When she turned down her street, she saw somebody ahead of her walking. Again, didn't really think much of it. It's perfectly normal for somebody else to be walking around at 11 o'clock at night. She was walking, she noticed the man in front of her had turned to look behind him, which again is perfectly normal. You hear somebody walking behind you, you're going to turn around to see who's there. What made it a little more strange is that he kept doing it every few seconds. He kept looking behind him to make sure that she was still there. That is what put her a little bit on edge. As she continued walking down and was getting just a little more freaked out, he ended up turning right, which was away from her house, and she breathed a sigh of relief. She's like, oh, good, he's going to his house. I'm just being paranoid. There's no reason to be worried. Shortly after her feeling of relief wore off, she got this feeling of dread that just seemed to wash over her, and she just stopped and just stood there and looked around on the street. And the feeling became so strong, and she got so scared that she actually walked off of the sidewalk and ducked behind a car. Shortly after she had ducked behind this car, that same man came back from the path that he had walked down from and was looking around the street as if he was looking for her. When he didn't see her, he started walking back down from where he came. While he was looking for her on the street, she got this feeling that just kind of washed over her to take off running in whatever direction that was not in his direction. This would take her on a longer route home, but it would get her home safely, where she would go inside and she would lock both of her locks. After she got to her house, she just immediately went to bed, and she woke up next morning and went to school like nothing ever happened. She realizes now, at this moment, she probably should have called the police, but the survival instinct just completely overwhelmed her. That led to her just going straight home without thinking about anything else. So who was on that street with her, and what exactly were his intentions?